tonight I'm gonna get something off my chest, okay? Something that I talk about in pre-streams every once in a while, or a tweet every once in a while. But I finally feel that I need to sit down and talk about this kind of on camera and get it off my chest. I gotta talk about Street Fighter V, okay? I have to. Because at this point, the game has been out for 7 months. More than 7 months, actually. And so much has happened in that 7 months. Basically stuff that normally you would never hear about when it comes to a competitive Street Fighter game. So much information and just... and the thing that really gets me about the game, I don't absolutely hate it. I could play it. But the game is so inferior and so flawed to previous numbered entries in the Street Fighter franchise that... and I'm not saying in my opinion, I mean, you can factually stack up the facts about Street Fighter V compared with Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 2. You can look at them all on paper, right? And you can say, you know, here we are, you know, factually stacked up what's better and what's worse, right? And I'm going to talk about that tonight in the vlog, you know? And the bottom line is, I'm so frustrated, and here's why I'm frustrated. I'm not frustrated because the game is bad. I mean, I am, right? I am absolutely frustrated that Street Fighter V is bad compared to other Street Fighter games. We all waited a long time for this one. It was super hyped. We played through multiple betas or whatever. The thing I'm really frustrated about is that the competitive FGC is completely fucking lying and or ignoring it. They are in full-on defense mode. If you approach them about any of the issues about the game, they will BS the fuck out of you to pretend like the game is perfect. And I've had enough of it. Because I'm a person who prides myself on speaking truth, on being observational, taking in all the data around me, and being able to formulate an opinion based on everything that I've seen around me. And everything that I've seen, all the data that I've absorbed over the past 7 months, is that Street Fighter V has tons of problems. And it is very inferior to previous Street Fighter games, and it should be addressed as such. But what's happening with the competitive Street Fighter community is that they are completely ignoring the problems and or defending them or trying to rationalize them for their own selfish purposes. And I really had it. I really have had it with it. Because, I'm the kind of person, this is why, by the way, one of the reasons why the Street Fighter community doesn't like me. Because when this shit used to happen, I would be the person to speak up. Now keep in mind, back then it wasn't about making a video about it. We're talking early to mid-2000s, none of that existed. It was making a forum post, putting it up a blog post on a website. I was the person who would kind of blow the whistle on stuff. They didn't like that. I didn't kiss the butts of Capcom. I didn't kiss the butts of the Shoryuken.com community, and that's why they don't like me. No matter what they say, the bottom line is they don't like me because I am a rabble-rouser. I'm kind of the Edward Snowden of the Street Fighter community, so to speak. And, I haven't built myself in a position where I need to kiss Street Fighter's butt for a paycheck, so I can actually speak the truth. So tonight I'm going to do a vlog about this, alright? And I don't know how long it's going to be. It might be a pretty long one because Street Fighter is something near and dear to my heart. It's something that I've always been invested in. My entire youth was spent playing competitive Street Fighter as the hobby that I did. So it's going to have a lot of stuff in it that I think is going to be meaningful. Tomorrow we will be doing the final DLC for Street Fighter V, the Urien DLC, which many people have been waiting for. I mean, it's not just Urien. It's also going to be some improvements to the game, some new things added to it. And, so it'll be fun, I think, to kind of do a last run in Street Fighter V. And I really mean that, because at this point, if Capcom is going to completely ignore the fact that this game has so many problems and is inferior to previous Street Fighters, and if the competitive fighting game community are going to ignore this as well and pretend like the game is great for their own, to line their own fucking pockets with money and to get views on their streams, then I really don't think I have a reason to play it anymore. If we're really going to play that game and ignore all that shit that's going on with it, then, I've got better things to do with my time. That's just the bottom line. I'm not running a business dependent on Street Fighter. You know what I mean? 2 quick plugs today. The first plug is
Patreon.
Obviously, if you watch my videos and my streams, you like my stuff, right? You wouldn't be here if you didn't like it, unless you're some kind of a nudnik who just follows things that they hate. Of course, there's lots of those people on the internet for some reason. I don't know why. But I'm not like that. So I can't really, be in the same like mind as that person. All I know is people usually watch stuff that they like. If you like my content, you like the fact that I daily stream, I daily put out videos, and it's all free, and you want to see it continue, and you like it so much that maybe you want to go a little bit above and beyond just being a comment watcher, you can contribute with a pledge to my Patreon. My girlfriend Leanna actually owns her own business. It's called The Black Currant. She sells handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart milk.